Hello to all my Cancer friends. Welcome to ancientsire. Thank you so much for joining me for your June 2016 General Tarot reading. Please remember that these are general readings. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can find me at www.ancientsire.com. You can email me at ancientsire@gmail.com, or you can like my Facebook page, message me there, or right here in the comments. Okay, I also encourage you to remember that these are general readings. They will not apply to every single Cancer person out there. Um, if this message does not resonate with you, I encourage you to go and watch your rising and your moon signs as well. Or, of course, the best way is just to get a personal reading. That way it's specified just for you. Okay, Cancer, so I've already shuffled and laid out your cards for your June reading. The first card in your reading is the Eight of Discs, or Pentacles. In this position, this represents you, or the heart of what's going on in June for you. The Eight of Pentacles, or Discs, is mainly very telling of very hard work, putting in a lot of hours and dedication to a project. Yeah, it's also about having a lot on your plate. Um, and in a essence, it's working too hard. It's almost, I wouldn't say obsessive, but it's working long hours, putting in a lot of time, and kind of neglecting the other aspects of your life, and putting this foremost. Um, which, if you work too hard at something, that can be counterproductive. Um, I'm also hearing that you need to talk to your supervisors or managers, or your boss, if you're employed by someone else, and see if they can help you relieve some of these duties, because you've definitely got too much on your plate. Perhaps they can get you a helper or lighten your load somehow. Um, or perhaps it's having to prioritize a little bit better. Um, in regards to love, I'm also saying that you need to make time for love and make time for those relationships, because um, you're spending too much time at work. um, if you are married or partnered with someone, this is very telling of ignoring, or not ignoring, but putting that relationship kind of on the back burner, not prioritizing that relationship. Um, that's also the same goes for health and spirituality, that sort of thing. You're putting work and finances first, um, which is all well and good to an extent, but like everything, it needs to be balanced out. In regards to finances, this is very promising for receiving financial assistance. If you have um, been trying to get that, or put in an application for a loan or something like that, that's very promising that you will receive it. If money does come to you, it's coming to you um, because of your hard work, not out of luck or inheritance or anything like that. It's because of your long hours that you have earned that money. Okay. I'm also seeing, I, I'm sorry, I also saw a covering up of a mistake. Um, like gluing the pieces back together of something that was broken, or it may have gotten screwed up somehow. Um, but you successfully pieced it back together and made it work. I'm also seeing signing autographs or going over a lot of documents and making sure that they are error free. And I'm also seeing some of you cancers are very proud of the work that you have done, and you are putting them up on display. Some of you may be artists or something to that effect, and you are displaying all this hard work. Okay, it's something that you want the world to see. Crossing your reading, the next card is the Queen of Masks, or Queen of Cups. In this position, this is something that can help you or hinder you. Now, the Queen of Masks is, she's all about feelings, emotions, things like that. Now, being that this is for cancers, this could be you, okay, because you are water signs. This this queen is the most loving of all the queens. She has the biggest heart. She is very compassionate. She is very concerned about the welfare of her people, not just herself. Um, this could be an actual person. Like I said, this could be you, or this could be another water sign, um, or somebody that is displaying as the personality of the water sign, which is very emotional. um, in general, this card is also reminding us um, to love one another and treat everyone as you'd like to be treated. The golden rule there. And also, don't forget to treat yourself with love and compassion as well. Give yourself a break every now and then. Everything is worthy of love and respect. And, but that, Cancer. Y'all are good with the emotions. This woman is usually, uh, she's always in your corner. This is a woman that you can always count on. Okay. Um, Very trustworthy. In the work um, relationship, and this is, crossing the discs here. Okay. So this could be somebody who is in your corner in the career field, or the career aspect of life. Um, she could be very helpful to you in regards to maybe helping you get all this work out, or lightening that load that I was talking about earlier. Um, this is a person who's definitely um, for Team You, Team Cancer. She is very willing to help you and very positive individual. Um, when this card appears, also it's very promising of that the working world or your finances, your career, that sort of thing is going to be more promising than you even realize. Now, this is also a person that's very in touch with feelings. Like I said, this person may even be an empath or have maybe experiencing some sort of clairvoyant or intuition um, gifts. Okay. This is also very telling of love flowing around you. This is also, with it being the water, I'm also seeing a deep spirituality connection or understanding or revelation. Um, I'm also seeing that, some of you cancers are actually diving deep within yourself and asking those deep questions and looking for those deep answers. Like, who am I? What is my journey? Where did we come from? That sort of thing. Um, Before I go any further, I want to point something out here. I'm kind of jumping ahead here, I'm sorry, but you have two queens here in your reading side by side and also a king right here. Two queens um, is very telling of partnerships, um, of rivalry, though. I see two women that are not seeing eye to eye. And these two women are usually very powerful women. This could be you and a coworker or a boss, or um, perhaps somebody of it's somebody on your same level. Okay. Um, and being that the king is right here as well, this may be something to do with three different parties, three different people. Um, oh, I just heard the term a third party um, that is involved. Like, um, yeah. And, seeing as that this is crossed like this in between these two, you may be playing mediator between these two. That could definitely be a possibility. You may be keeping kind of things at bay here. Um, you're able to remove the mask and get to down to the heart of the issues. Okay, get behind the outward appearance, digging deep. Deep is definitely coming up with that card. Um, I'm also feeling that this, whatever that this issue might be, this is very emotional. There's a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings and um, things like that are at play there. Okay, I'm gonna go back, get back on track here. I just wanted to point that out. Um, the next card in your reading is crowning your reading, and it is the Death card. This is the major arcana, Death. Now, death seldom means physical death. It's usually very telling of transformation, of rebirth, of renewal, um, reincarnation, kind of thing. It's when if something new is to begin, something old must die. Um, this is usually a very deep transformation, both inward and outward, of perhaps yourself, or perhaps um, if it's business related, it could be of your business, of your company, or your job. Um, Maybe you're totally changing directions on where you want to go. Whatever this is, it is a complete transformation, complete change. Okay. This is also very telling of not being appreciated in your work environment, and kind of being forced to change things, and this is a major arcana, so this is a major energy, like a universal kind of an energy. This could be the universe forcing you to change directions, forcing you on your life path, or uh, your your purpose. And this is like doors slamming shut in your face, and then the gates opening up on the other end. Okay. Um, one door will not close without another one opening. It may only be a crack at first, but you push a little bit on it and it will open right up. And maybe that's what some of you are actually working so hard for. Now, this could apply to a number of things for different Capricorns. Some of you, this may be work, career, money, that kind of thing. Some of you, it may be love, maybe spiritually, you're changing yourself, or you're changing um, um, the way you look at the world, the way you perceive yourself, the way others perceive you, that sort of thing. Okay? Um, if this is health, this is very telling of to get those preventive exams and pay attention to your body, what your body needs. Um, Take care of yourselves. Pamper yourselves a little bit. I'm also seeing, get a massage, get get that mani and that pedi, get the facial. I mean, just pamper yourself. You deserve it, especially after all these long hours working, right? If this is for some of you who, you cancers who may be experiencing a spiritual transformation, I'm hearing my guides just told me to say that you are not alone. Reach out and ask questions. There are more um, people in this world that think like you, or and maybe they're afraid to talk about it as well, because you know traditionally, thinking for yourself and thinking outside the box and that sort of thing, it was taboo. It was um, punishable. You know, um, but this is a new day, new age, and people are starting to wake up, and they're starting to think for themselves and ask questions. If things don't make sense, ask the questions. You know, um, if anybody says that they know all the answers, they're lying. um, I believe that we are forever students, and there's always something new to learn and to understand. And what better way to understand things and help others understand things than to talk about it and be um, open about it in your communication. You may feel like you are alone in this world, but I can guarantee you, you are not. There are more people who understand your way of thinking, or understand you, than you can possibly realize. Okay? All right. So the next card in your reading is in the position of the unknown, the secrets, the hidden knowledge, the subconscious. Okay? It is the card of judgment. Now, this is another major arcana card. The card of judgment is about, well, traditionally, let's go biblical here. It's the day of judgment. It's the um, reaping of the souls, right? The awakenings. Okay, that's a very important term there. The awakenings, enlightenment, um, looking at things in a different way, understanding things. It's like the light bulb comes on, um, shining the light on the people who were led in the dark, or led to the dark, stuck in the dark, and I'm definitely seeing like a light being shown. Um, I'm sorry, for some of you, this is actually a physical light. I'm actually seeing a physical light being shined on a dark aspect, and I believe some of you cancers will actually understand the meaning of that. Um, And if you don't right now, you will in the future, because like I said, this is in the unknown position. Um, this is, stepping out of the conventional way of thinking and using your own judgment, your own mind, your own intuition. This is also, this card is very significant in significant change. Okay, and that goes right back to this transformation. These are like hand in hand here. Um, you know, some of you will be experiencing a spiritual awakening or enlightenment. Um, and some of you will be seeing things that perhaps you didn't want to see. And some of, this is also judgment of yourselves. Maybe a negative aspect of you that you weren't aware of, or you, um, won't admit to, is being called out, being shined on, and which causes this transformation. Okay. I'm also hearing to not be judgmental of others, um, but to listen with an open mind. Be open minded, and listen to everything, because there could be definite truths there. There are things in this world that would astound you, and some surprises ahead. I'm also hearing forgiveness of mistakes, whether that be forgiving yourself or forgiving others. But you know, I'm also seeing shining the light on situations that perhaps um, need to come to light. Maybe there's some shady stuff going on with a company or a business or people in general that definitely shines a light. And that goes back to this Queen of Mass, the uh, the going deeper, digging deeper, getting to the root or the deep uh, problem, okay, or emotion, um, taking off the disguise or the falsehood, okay. The next card in your reading is the King of Discs. It is in the past position. I touched a little bit on this earlier, but he is usually an Earth sign, a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Um, Usually male, a more mature male. Um, he usually has an air of authority about him. He's a very good businessman, very good with money, or very good at making money. He is, or perhaps he is just very wealthy. Um, this king could also be materialistic. Okay, this man, I feel this is probably a actual person in your lives that you've already met, because this is past, um, that is affecting or helping with financial matters. Okay, this, I see this king of this or pentacles actually looking something over, like reading or deciphering um, documents or information. I see him like very relaxed, like he's doing this at home, kind of a thing. He brings the work home, or he's really getting, spending a lot of time on it. Um, Now, like I said earlier, that this Queen of Mass is in between these two. Um, Let me skip ahead here. The Queen of Blades is usually an air sign female. Uh, she's usually a power woman too. These are all authority figures here. Um, she is. She's definitely more cunning, and um, she's more physical or sharp-witted. She can be more brutal. Um, she usually does things without thinking. She's very fast to act. Okay. Um, and I'm really seeing that a lot for a lot of you cancers. This is very true that the you're in between these two, and some of you it may be that you are like the middleman. You could be a third party. You could be playing mediator to these two. Something to that effect. Okay, or you may be assisting the two. All right. Um, Now the Queen of Blades over here, she's in the future position. Um, future is never written in stone, but it's the most probable outcome. Okay, if everything stays on course. Now, in this case, I'm not seeing it as a past, present, future kind of a thing. I'm seeing it more as a circumstance or a situation. Like I said, also the two queens usually means rivalry, or it could be short-lived trouble with another female. Um, this could also be a meeting or a gathering. Okay, bringing these three um, forces in together. Let's have a meeting. Let's talk this out. Let's hash this out. Let's get together, put our minds together, kind of a thing as well. Now, the Queen of Swords is very analytical. She she can sometimes come off as very cold and cold-hearted, lacking empathy and mercy and compassion for others. Um, this person is usually very familiar with sorrow, or is very she's very quick to pass blame to others because she doesn't like to um, admit or look inside and realize, hey, yeah, maybe it's me. It has to always be someone else's, and that's an arrogance kind of a feel to her. This is usually very self-sufficient, powerful woman. Um, on the good side, she makes a powerful ally. On the bad side, she's a ruthless enemy. Okay, she plays dirty. Um, there's nothing that she is not capable of if she is working on that side. Um, she also presents herself in a way of wealth and position, prosperity, kind of a thing, even if she is not wealthy or not in that position. She portrays herself that way because she wants others to see her that way. This person can be envious at others that do have it if she doesn't. Um, and these are the negative aspects. She could be somebody who gets jealous and envious very quickly. Okay. Now on the positive side, if she's on your side, this could be someone who you kind of need in your corner. She is ruthless. Um, she goes in for the kill. She doesn't beat around the bush. Like I said, sometimes she jumps the gun on things and can sometimes create a situation that more severe than it really needed to be. Okay. Okay. So in essence, I'm seeing that it's very important to get to the bottom of something. Look at everyone's perceptions and their stories, listen to all the stories and their side, their perspectives and how they're seeing things, how they feel, that sort of thing. And I think that's where you come in here, or this Queen of Mass comes in, where playing mediator between the two, between an earth sign and an air sign. I'm seeing. And this does not have to be male. This does not have to be female. Um, they could act as such, though. Okay. All right. The next card in your reading is the Seven of Blades reversed. This is in the position of how you feel, how you are, your hopes, your fears, your joys, that sort of thing. Um, the Seven of Swords is usually a um, a card of being betrayed or being having someone shady in your midst. But in this case, this is reversed. So this card is like a reminder that crime doesn't pay. It's a reminder to do what's right. If you're doing something shady, you will get caught. Or perhaps you will be the one who who catches that shady person. Okay. Or maybe you're hoping to uncover the truth and find out who is doing what, or what the real deal is. Okay. This is definitely not a time to try to get away with anything whatsoever, because you will be found out. If this is you, if this is someone else, you will find out what is going on. Okay. If this is in regards to love, um, you know, you're sensing a feeling of dissatisfaction, um, and you know that may be because of these long work hours. Okay, perhaps that's being neglected a bit. Also, I'm also seeing a breach of trust. You know, somebody um, maybe not being completely honest. Um, Problems at work also. I'm also seeing, you know, kind of two-facedness, like somebody trying to get away with something. Um, in the middle of the night, I see, you know, they're hiding, being very sneaky, shady about it. You know, this is definitely not a time to take risks with money or anything like that. Read everything through. Make sure you understand everything before you invest or take any high risk, um, a job or finance. Okay. Also, again, pay attention to your health. Take care of yourself. Do that pampering. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much it with this card. The next card is in the position of others around you, the people, the places, the events, the energies, okay, that are surrounding you. It is the Major Arcana card, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the feminine divine. She is the feminine aspect. She's the counterpart to the church, to the Orthodox Church. She is, I see her as, you know, the feminine divinity, or the mother aspect. And you know, in Orthodox religion, this feminine has always been shunned, always been pushed down and hidden, and it's been dominated by um, the male. You know, they've taught that women are, for centuries, they've taught that women are inferior and that sort of thing. This is not the case, and the High Priestess is definitely showing that. She's coming back full force and um, demanding that respect. She's also a healer of some sort. Some of For some of you, this may be a person that's in the medical field, um, or something of that sort. Maybe this is energy work. Maybe, perhaps this is actual medical job, like in the hospital, something like that. A nurse. Um, I'm also seeing with her that that she's a warrior. You know, she is the she's ready to go to battle for what's right and shine the light on the truth. And this is worldwide, not just to you. Um, she also represents the intuition, um, the inner knowledge, the ancient ways, the moon aspect, also the intuition, the psychic abilities, clairvoyance, that sort of thing. Um, this is also perhaps, you know, looking at something that you've never looked at before, and this kind of goes back to this death and this judgment card for in the spirituality sense. Um, think for yourselves and use your own instincts. Um, you may be noticing your dreams are a little bit different. Pay attention to those dreams. Pay attention to the synchronicities. Um, the signs. They're everywhere. Like I said before, this is a definite time of change, of enlightenment. Okay, and I'm actually hearing for some of you, this also could be go with these queens and this king over here. This may be an actual another person thrown in the midst there. Okay, um, for some of you cancers. Please remember this is a general reading. All right, the next card in your reading is the Eight of Blades. This is in the position of the unknown again, the hidden knowledge. The Eight of Blades is fear of moving forward or holding yourself back, being blinded, and it's a very it's the victim card. Okay, um, maybe I also see that being afraid to see things for what they are, being afraid to take the blindfold off. Um, the truth can be frightening sometimes, and the truth can hurt. However, it's probably much less frightening than you're making it out to be, and the truth is also very freeing. Okay. I also see that this is something that like holding you back, something holding you back, restricting you from seeing things or moving forward. Um, for some of you, this is if in the work related aspect. This is you may feel like you're stuck. You feel like you're stuck and on the hamster wheel and you can't get off. Um, I also see that some of you are actually, you feel like metaphorically you're having daggers being thrown at you from different directions. Um, I think you need to take a step back and reevaluate just what is going on and use your own gut instinct and your own mind to rethink a situation or um, and make the change. Okay, this could also be again back to this seven, this judgment. All of these, some of you are actually going to be um, ripping the band-aid off, so to speak, and exposing the truth for what it is. Okay. Spiritually, again, this is a need to look at those directions, look at the signs of spirit, the universe for signs and signals because they're everywhere. You could be seeing a phrase over and over, hearing a song over and over, or the your radio glitches and a song pops up. Well, that's a message for you. Listen to those lyrics. Listen, pay attention. Just pay attention. Nothing happens for a reason. There is no such thing as coincidence, and the universe just might be trying to tell you something. Or maybe this high priest is trying to tell you something here. Okay? Um, you are, and always remember, you have the power, you have the freedom to change things and lift yourself up out of a situation. You cannot be kept down. Okay? You are powerful, more powerful than you realize, and all you have to do is take off the blindfold and see it and take action. Okay? The next card in your reading is the last card, and it's in the outcome position. It is the Two of Blades. Now, the Two of Blades is usually about choice. It's about partnership and balance. Um, it's usually just like a partner with another person and not with groups or people. Um, it's also a card about give and take, balancing the two um, aspects. Or if it's people, maybe it's balancing their skills. Um, it's usually this is very promising of a partnership that will go well for you, and this could be anything: friendships, romantic, business, whatever the case may be. It's a very promising outlook on that. I'm also this is a card about open communication, um, um, and also that nothing changes without effort. You may need some help, getting things done. Okay. If this is work related, this may be stuck waiting on a decision by other people. Again, there's a blindfold on this two of blades, or two of swords. Um, you know, some of you, I just heard that you're kind of stabbing blindly in the dark. Like, I know you're in here, I just can't see you. And that's very specific to just some of you. This is a very good omen in the romantic sense, um, partnerships, that sort of thing. This is a lot of action, a lot of physical action as well. Emotional issues do need to be dealt with first, though. And, if this is a partnership or perhaps a love affair, um, yeah, it's definitely physical. Way to go, Cancer. Um, if this is about finances, this is about balance and use your caution, use your mind, look everything over. Um, if you need help, ask for it. Okay. All right. So that's just about it, Cancer. Um, I hope that this resonated with you and helped you in some way. If, if for those of you that this did resound with you and you would like a more in-depth reading, contact me and we can schedule a personal reading. For those of you that it did not resound at all, again, please go check your rising and your moon signs. Before I go, Cancer, I did draw one card from the Shaman Oracle deck for you, and you received the Spirit of Destruction. It's kind of dark. I'm trying to get where you can see it. Okay. The Spirit of Destruction says, I am the spirit of destruction. My aspect may be fearsome, but my powers, although not always welcome, are a force for good. I have the capacity to annihilate any negative emotions that may weigh down upon you. If any emotional obstacle block your path through life, I can destroy them. To invoke my strength is to test your own, as I will force you to confront the darkest recesses of your mind. If your heart is true, I can be a powerful guide. This card also says when negative emotions plague us, they can ruin our contentment, damage our relationships, and undermine our sense of true self. Fear, guilt, resentment, anger, jealousy, all of these can eat away at us spiritually, corroding our positive energy and locking us into negative patterns of thought. The spirit of destruction has the power to annihilate such negativity. It forces us to address disturbing truths about ourselves and acknowledge that no emotion can operate without our consent. Such healing violence brings an end to the inner damage and the soothing sense of calm after a terrible storm. The interpretations are destruction of damaging emotions, freedom leading to calmness, anger, frustration, power lost, and power regained, annihilation of spiritual blockages, and letting go. Well, that's pretty right on the money, Cancer. All right, and that goes right back to this death and this judgment, this High Priestess card here. All right, Cancer. I wish you many, many blessings for the month of June, and I will see you in July. Bye bye.